Welcome everyone to XRL X2, round number 12
12.
of Season 11. And guess what? We're back at Monaco.
Hey.
After a long absence from this league due to the condition of the game really, and how safety cars were working, and it was all just a big bit of nonsense. So it's good to be back.
Yeah, it should be. It's always eventful, isn't it? You've got Rem, who has got a qualifying ban. He's retired already. Good man.
Rem, just to remind you, I know you've already done it, but can you retire, please? Alright, Viper Bite's taking the early track. Oh, the yellow line, you really need to stay on the right hand side of that on the exit. Particularly in race conditions. Oh, I think that might have been hit on the wall. It's definitely more drivable on this game than on previous ones. There's, I think, 22 was the worst. I think the rear end on the car just wouldn't hold any of the turns. It was just horrific to drive.
Yeah, it was ridiculous in 22.
But 23 was a bit better, but still not really raceable condition, I don't think. But this game, it actually seems like if you get yourself in a bit of a rhythm, you can actually get some laps down.
Oh, another thing for the viewers, we are back in the actual F1 cars this weekend.
Oh yeah, that's a very good point.
Which is nice to see.
Codemasters, while not living up to their name, have finally done some coding and have made the game files so that they are now equal. And I'm sorry everybody,
Right,
that means we've got to put up with the sound of the Ferrari engine.
Yeah, so while we're here, I have just checked the weather for the race, and it looks like it's going to be a wet race. We've got 76% and rain at the start, and after an hour it's still 73%, 76%. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a wet race, guys. Whether it's full wet or inters, we'll find out closer to the time. But
I'm very sorry for laughing at everybody, but that is actually hilarious. As if this track isn't challenging enough. Making it a wet race is just going to be awful.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So, quite a tidy lap from Viper so far. I'll be watching through Sector 1. Obviously it's purple because he's the first car to go through it, but like half the battle with this track, and particularly in wet conditions, is going to be making it to the end of the race. We only need one retirement during the race for every driver to be guaranteed points.
I mean, I only made it 15 laps in dev yesterday in the dry.
Yeah, well, you were pushing it too hard though. Oh, drifting a little bit to the outside like you should do. Now full pelt. Oh no, don't lift. Yeah, there's definitely time in that in the swimming pool section there. Into the right hander, second to last. This is a tough con because it's blind.
Every driver I've seen so far has invalidated that lap.
And Viper is currently the fastest with the first lap of a 16.8.
So Schumacher's just about to start his lap. He's one to watch for today. He looks promising. Very quick.
We'll go on board with Schumacher then. So he's through turn 1. Heading up the hill. Burning quite a lot of that ERS. It's probably quite a good place seeing as it's uphill.
Nicely done.
Yeah, using plenty of the track. Move to the right for the bump. Staying tight. Yeah.
He's got the concept. 111.7.
Yeah, nice tight line on the carousel. Then we go into the tunnel section. It's a pretty tidy lap this actually.
Yeah. He looks pretty good around the other shoe. I haven't really seen many of the others, but he looks like he can put a lap together. He drove well yesterday in dev yesterday.
Took the chicane well. Now how much speed through here? Oh, probably a little bit conservative on the left there, but full through the swimming pool. You can take a little bit more curb than that there, into the right hand, second to last. That's a tricky one, you easily catch the right rear wheel there. That's very good on the last turn, down to the line. It's going to be a good lap I think. A 1:10.7. Second quicker than anybody else at this point.
There's the benchmarks being set, that was a good lap. Very tidy as well for his first run.
switch to Viper, who is just coming into the tunnel section and is on medium tyres at the moment.
See what a split is. Second 2.
I have to say, I understand the move to the medium tyre even less. Because this could very well end up being a race tyre if there's a number of safety cars. There's absolutely no benefit to saving softs at this track.
I think that at most tracks, it's not really a benefit. There's only a few where, you know, it can be beneficial.
Looks like it might be around about the 12s.
Yep. 13 flat. Right. Meanwhile, we've got
Jeff just hit third with a 1:11.8, so it's quite close
nice
between
lap,
second and third just now.
Mantic's currently on a lap.
Yeah, just coming into the final 2 turns. Oh, quite.
Danny's also just behind him. He's coming into the final corner now.
Running the ERS down to the line. I think it's going to be another one in the 12s. It is.
Let's see what Danny's got. He's about to cross the line.
Fantastic, great lap from Zola to put himself second with a 1:11.2. Danny goes third with a 1:11.4.
Yeah, I was watching Mike's lap on the other monitor. It was a great lap. Yeah, Danny's gone third with a 1.4.
So
still yet to set
during
time.
Dev yesterday, Boothie, that's punts it up there for the quicker time, taking 6.5 tenths off his best lap.
Yeah, well done.
Zola did say yesterday that I thought him and Danny were on similar pace for this track, so it's good to see that actually come to light.
Yep.
So was that a second lap on those tyres from Boothie? I think it might have been. Where's the details screen? Yeah, it was. It was the second run on those tyres, yeah. So maybe the tyre temp, being in the tyre, led to that second lap just being that bit quicker.
Yeah, I mean, even on minimum fuel, you've got enough to do 2 runs.
It's also quite difficult to get temperature on the street tracks in this game. He took himself out there.
And we've got a Mercedes coming out of the pits and Alpha, which I believe.
Shikari.
No, yeah, Shikari. Danny, Boothie, and Viper should all be on it in lap unless Viper's going again. Yeah, Viper's on it in lap. Boothie looks like he's going again. Same tyres, yeah, he is.
Has he managed to recover the ERS?
Yeah, he had 100% going across the line.
They'll surely be done now, the tyres.
I did my fastest lap 4 laps in yesterday on soft.
This lap. No.
Pushing too hard, tyres give up.
Way too hard. There was at least 2 or 3 impacts on the wall before they actually DNF'd. I was a bit silly. I think it's just a bit too much to risk doing too many laps on the same set of softs. I mean, much better idea from a conservative standpoint to just go in and box, get some fresh tyres.
Right, so we've got...
Shikari's coming round to start his lap shortly.
Start his lap, yeah. And Mike's just gone out on an out lap as well.
Try to catch some of Mike's lap this time because we missed the last one that he did.
Yep.
And Shikari's now heading down to the start-finish straight. The start-finish line, rather. Oh, struggling to put the power down. Nice and tidy, quite conservative on the throttle. I think they're worried about spinning out. Does look like the rear end of Shikari's car is quite lively.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Looks like it's almost digital throttle. It's either nothing or 100%. Liam, there's throttle levels between 0 and 100. Use them. And down into the chicane. Oh, that was lucky that wasn't an invalidation.
Right, I'm on board with Mike. He's just crossed the line to start his lap.
Through the swimming pool section, decent speed taken through there. A couple of wee taps with the wall, and Shikari's just hit the wall. Still going, so he can finish the lap, but I'm not sure he's going to improve because of that. He might be better boxing. Oh, really
Mike's
struggling to
gone
put the
2
power
tenths
down.
quicker in sector 1.
A 12 flat from Shikari keeps him into 7th place.
Yeah, Mike's up on his time. He was at the end of sector
See
1
that,
by
he's
2
into
tenths.
purple, sector 1. Yeah.
Yep.
Into the tunnel. Oh god, listen to the state of that engine. Oh, yuck.
Nice lap so far, Mike. Keep it going. Sector 2, we've got a yellow flag. It's just a slow car, I believe.
Oh, good speed through the swimming pool. Yep. Oh, nicely cut. That was just the right amount.
Yeah, he was on the limit there. Is he going to finish the lap ahead?
Oh, this is going to be good, I think. 10-7, he's just outside.
Do you know
by
if he'd
400s.
stayed all the way to the right of the pit wall on the straight when you finish, you'd have probably got that. Why did he all
Jeff Brits across the line with a 110.8.
Oh,
just slotting in behind as well.
I tell you what, how close that is, the top 4. And Buffy as well.
Coming to the line. It's going to be a good time as well. A 110.841. That this is very close at the top here.
Wow.
We have what, just under a tenth and a half between 1st and 5th at the moment. Schumacher
with a 110.1. Wow.
Improves by just over half a second. So Schumacher's got a bit of a gap to the other drivers behind, but it's all very close after that. It's like Harry's on a lap. It's the only one at the moment, I think.
Yeah.
Looking to improve on the 9th place they're currently in. Nope, down after sector 1. I think they've backed off.
Yep.
So let's see, people might burn all of their tyres for this session because I'm not sure the softs are all that useful for the actual race.
Yeah, it's wet as well. Well, it looks like it's going to be a full wet race, so...
Oh, that's true as well, yeah.
So, I mean, you might as well get rid of them.
So within that, we missed Viper Shoe crossing the line with a 110.499.
Yeah,
so first and second, a little bit clear of everybody else.
It's a shame that Buffy DNF'd as well, isn't it, from quali, because he'd have been in the mix. So that could have been another car right with them if he'd went and got fresh tyres.
Sometimes, like, obviously they've made a call to stay out on the same set, but sometimes you do just question the decision making. Like, you're always risking being in the car, staying out so long on the set.
Yeah, especially on a push lap around Monaco, you know, of all places.
Chucking all that power into the rear wheels is always going to have a bit of an interesting impact as your tyres get worn.
Cars heading out. Viper might be in the first, I believe.
Yep, he is. Viper once again quite liberally interpreting the exit of the pits. Achieving an invalidation before you even left the pit lane, that's quite impressive.
Yeah, he's probably just got it in his head, just avoid the walls at all costs even when you come out the pit lane.
I think that's an instant penalty in the race, so I think you need to be careful.
Yeah, somebody let Barry know not to do that when he boxes, please. Just so he doesn't get a penalty, you don't want to see that. So you got Mantic and Shuey on a lap, sorry.
Yeah, I think we'll catch Viper first, then in fact, we'll probably, I'm probably going to switch to Schumacher then, because he's looks like the favourite to be pole at the moment, so...
Yeah, it would be interesting to catch his final run. Pushing a fair old bit on his out lap, trying to get some temp into the tyres.
Yeah, that's what I think, yeah. Okay, so here we go into the start-finish straight.
DRS activated. Away he goes.
I think Schumacher's screwed up here. We've got no deployment so far. Unless they're doing an outlap and then a second
Doing
outlap.
2 outlaps, yeah. He did mention something about that yesterday.
Not sure I'd push it quite so hard on this lap though. So let's switch to Mantic then, who's actually on a lap. So they're 3.5 tenths up on their best time so far in Sector 1. I'll put him in the mix for the top 2 positions as it stands.
Yep. Pretty tidy. Oh,
Crept out of it and avoided the invalidation there. Through the swimming pool. Yeah, pretty committed through there. Oh, could have carried a bit more speed through that. Second to last. Decent line through there. Should be an improvement for them. 2 tenths up, so
yeah,
110.6. So we're going to switch to... Oh, Jeff is also down,
Jeff,
but looks like they're doing an extra outlap.
Yeah.
So
Schumacher's
switch
just went
to
purple.
Schumacher then, yeah.
Sector 1.
Oh, that was a bit deep there. Into the tunnel. Oh, and there we go. Pushing too hard. Taking the front left off at the chicane at the waterfront. I think we also missed him, Harry binning it in there as well. I think that happened in Sector 3.
I'm just on board with Mike, who's on a lap. Sector 2 just now coming through the tunnel.
This is it. This is when the drivers will be pushing their absolute hardest.
It's where the
mistakes gain that
happen.
Extra little bit. And that's the validation, unfortunately, for Mike.
Jeff behind him, he's on a lap.
So Viper's come through Sector 1 and is a 10.5 up on, I believe that'll be their time.
Yeah, because Schumacher's now out of the session. Just on board with Jeff.
So I think Viper might be the one to watch for a wee nip at pole.
Jeff's doing alright here.
Committed through the swimming pool, purple Sector 2, but you can never quite trust the game if that's true or not. So the final
Jeff's
2 turns.
Cross the line.
Straightened up nicely, bit of a wiggle.
Jeff goes P2 with a 110.2.
And then we've got Viper shoe tight to the wall, coming to the line.
Oh
my goodness, look at that, look how close it is.
Great lap.
110.126.
Mantic is also on the lap, I believe. He's down on this time by a 10th.
Just coming through out of the tunnel and along to the swimming pool. Committed through the left-hander. It's really about getting the power down as quick as you can through there. Oh, that looked a bit conservative. Really deep.
Went deep.
That's probably a couple of tenths lost there. And onto the start-finish straight. Where's Mantic going to come out? A 110.6. And there we have it.
This is my fourth position. Tell you what. Wasn't a bad qualifying. It was quite
Still ended it really close, yeah.
Yeah.
So Viper Shoe on pole position with a 110.126. Really one of the tightest margins I think we've seen for pole, with Schumacher, who clipped and lost his front left wheel at the swimming pool just before the swimming pool section, 0.019 behind, and then Jeff and Mantic making up row 2. Sola, Boothie, Danny, Shikari, Harry, Viper, and Rem after the quali ban in 11th.
There you go. That was a good quali. Right, let's see the weather. What have we got? All wet?
Oh.
Oh, boys, that's not good.
I think in the scale of it's wet, it's really wet, it's effing wet, this is Scotland.
I mean, yeah.
This is pretty much what I look out my window to every day.
Yeah, I feel like I'm at home.
At home with
So,
really, really big boats.
hmm.
It's going to be
Right, we
interesting.
go.
I don't know. I'm not sure there's been a great deal of wet practice done by the drivers, so they'll be going into this a bit blind, and it does look like it's into conditions to me rather than full
Yeah,
wet.
there's not the puddles there that you know the lime water that you get normally. I mean, I could be wrong, but we'll see. So notifications went up. We go at 17:27. You've got 4 minutes or so before the drivers go.
I am going to check out what I like to do normally, which is what the
I'm
last
waiting
pull
for.
time at the track was. So we can compare that. So we got a 110.1, didn't we?
Hmm.
So this year's pole time was Charles Leclerc, his home race, with a 110.270. So
There
there
you
you
go.
go. Our top two drivers today were in fact quicker than Charles Leclerc in real life. Well done, guys.
Yeah. Just in terms of the championship as well. Currently got Schumacher who's leading. He's on 138 points. And second, we've got Danny, who's not got the best starting position today, but you know, it's a long race, anything can happen. He, after winning the last two, I believe he starts down in eighth, is it? Sixth? I know. He's on 110 points. Then we've got Jeff sat just behind him on 96. So, I mean, it could be a good chance for Jeff to gain some ground on Danny and Schumacher if he has a good race. Yeah, so I've just checked all the tyres. It looks like everyone's going to be on Inters for the race start.
Yeah, it does look like the interconditions at the moment, doesn't it?
Hmm. Oh, sorry, Danny's starting all the way down in seventh, so
Yeah, as you say though, a lot can happen in
yeah,
these Monaco races. So not only
especially
can
if it's
you
wet.
obviously
Starting
clip a
position
wall,
doesn't really,
you can
yeah,
take a
doesn't
wing
mean
off,
anything.
and that's basically that's you committing to a 25-second pit stop, which around here is murder. Or you can get caught boxing at the wrong time and get caught in traffic, and yeah, it's a really difficult track from a strategy perspective to get right.
Yeah, I mean, no safety cars work around here now as well, so
This is true.
also throw a spanner
I
in
would
the
say
works.
I would say well done, Codemasters, but why didn't you do it 4 games ago?
Very true.
So who's your pick for the win then?
Mm. Do you know what? I'm going to go with an outsider.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to go with that one, actually. Um, I don't want to do him dirty. Just being able to. Do you know what? It's a tough one to call.
It is. There's a lot of close drivers in there.
Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know what to call. I'd like to say Schumacher. I think he's looked really consistent from what I've seen because I haven't really seen much of the others. But he looks like he's comfortable around here, and he knows when to push and when not to push. That's what. Well, we'll see. Maybe
Cool.
should we go with any second now?
Well, I'm going to go for a little bit of an outsider, although you wouldn't think they were, but after how well they did last season. But I'm going to go for Jeff in this race.
Yeah.
I just feel like
I'll never back
It's
Jeff.
it's
Never.
it's overdue.
He is overdue one.
So in other words,
Um,
get your finger out and get it done.
now he's under pressure and he's got a pinner. See what you've done? It's right, I didn't say Jeff.
Ruined his whole weekend.
Yeah. Well done, Tom.
So set off on the formation lap.
So just to confirm, everybody is starting on the Inters.
As expected.
Mm-hmm. Might as well apologise as well, Tom, for the first lap. We might miss a few bits and bobs. Obviously, there's only 2 sets of eyes and there's 11 cars on track, so, I mean...
Yeah, particularly if something happens on lap 1. I'll try to catch as much as I can by watching from like 3rd or 4th place on the grid.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the back at the start.
I do kind of wonder what their temperature tyres are looking like.
I was literally just going to say it. Minus 400 degrees by the time they get to the line. And
particularly if they've gone with a setup to try and stave off high tyre temperatures. But I think they should be on relatively low pressures given the chat I was hearing about setup.
Mm-hmm.
And if they'd been wise, I think I would have dropped it a bit more. It's quite a slow end to the lap by Viper Shoot. For some reason the game thinks it's a 1 or 2 stop. I'm not really sure why you do a 2. Unless you were forced to by what's happening on the track.
Like you said as well, I don't believe any of the drivers have done any testing in the wet, so it could be the case where if you box and come out on a fresher set, like if you're 2-stop on Inters, you might be a lot quicker over the stint.
Quite an aggressive stance from Viper, facing left to take the racing line into turn 1. Danny likes to do that as well.
Right, I'm going to sit on board near the back.
And we're off.
And away we go.
Jeff has got a sniff at Schumacher up the inside, but thinks better of it. So those guys are all through turn 1. Mantic has lost a position to Zola, who's made his way through the inside at turn 1.
Great
nice
start
move.
from Mike. And all drivers are through nicely just now.
To see what race pace in these conditions look like, because we could see some bottlenecks here in the across the grid.
Definitely.
Oh, Viper getting really wriggly under the power. Not sure what traction settings Viper uses, but I know from conversations yesterday that Schumacher was running medium. So first time in these conditions down. Oh, there you go. That must be a warning for Schumacher already, surely.
Yeah.
These guys are not going to have experienced that braking zone through there so far in these conditions.
Jeff having a wee slide there. He's just outside of the DRS, which doesn't really mean much around the. I mean, you're not gaining all that much with DRS.
We're not gonna. I don't think we're going to see DRS in this race anyway.
No.
Not given the weather report. So first lap of a 29.9. I think we'll see them probably in the high teens for actual lap times once we get through that first lap. Got a bit of 2x2 action going on here. Got the RB and the Ferrari in first and second, then we've got the 2 kicks and then the 2 McLarens. Those guys are bookended by the second RB in 7. So towards the back during that first lap, Rem made it past Viper, who's just lost the first wing, front wing.
Lucky Barry.
That looked like a lock up and straight on.
Yeah, he's lost his front left end plate, so
I think that'll have to be a box.
Yeah, I like to think so.
Mantic Meerkat with 3 seconds already. That's extremely early.
2 laps in.
I can see like Mantic
Wet
putting the power
conditions.
down and the whole car's just moving sideways.
Mm-hmm.
See from the onboard. And 25.3 from Viper. Maybe my high teens was a bit optimistic.
Yeah, I think so. I think it will come down, obviously, when they're on lighter fuel and they box again.
Yeah, something about this game that's different from previous F1
Oh.
titles is the generation of a dry racing line as well.
Yeah.
So times definitely do tumble as the race goes on. See, the thing I always think about this track is just the level of concentration required across the race. Just can get ridiculous.
So difficult. Yeah, so difficult. Especially, you're driving around drivers where, you're competing and you're literally pushing every lap.
Boothie really struggling through the chicane after the tunnel there. That cost him and Danny quite a lot of time. I think Boothie might have picked up a Boothie's just struck the wall as well.
Yep, same.
Thing is that the mechanical grip of these tyres, they'll still be in pretty good nick just now. And given the way that some of the cars are sliding just now, it doesn't bode well for a few laps time once we start losing some of the rear grip.
No, Boothie's got no damage off that. I didn't think he would. It's all spread out at the front. Mike's dropped off Jeff a little bit.
Yeah, just keeping it consistent, I think. Just a bit more conservative of a race strategy. Jeff's keeping himself within touching distance of Schumacher and Viper ahead. Looks like those three are going to form the group, well, the early group for the win anyway.
Yep.
All it takes is a knocked wing to change that. Really is crazy. After the tunnel into that chicane, there really is virtually no opportunity to overtake there. Danny right close on Boothie again. I think Boothie must have struggled through the chicane again. See if they hit the wall again. Yep, they did.
Yeah, Danny's got him under pressure.
Oh. I think that looks like a lower rear wing than we might have expected to see.
He goes high with a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, this is costing Danny a lot. He could really do with clearing Boothie here. Not sure how possible that's going to be. Really rely on the driver making a mistake ahead of you, or
getting
a really poor exit out of one of the turns where you can maybe take an alternate line.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Boothie's hit the wall again.
Yeah. Looks like Mantic's starting to struggle. Looks like they're catching up to him.
Yeah, they have. They've closed quite a bit, haven't they?
Yeah. Oh, Danny clips the wall as well.
Oh, look at that. And now Mantic's gone deep. Boothie's gone deep, rather.
Yeah. That's what you were talking about. A mistake.
Yeah, but even there, there's just... There really is no opening there at all.
Danny's having a look at every chance, isn't he?
Really struggling.
Being patient. He's being very patient, Danny. That's what you've got to do. Oh. Do you think that's a 3-second time penalty as well? And he's absolutely had a nightmare.
I think that's another cut after that, yeah.
Yeah. Viper goes quicker again.
Oh, nice. 123.7 to Jeff. We're getting towards those high teens. See, I told you.
Last lap of the race. Some boxes. Jeff started to push and put a bit. Start to bring that gap down between himself and Schumacher.
Yeah, they
Schumacher
kind
dropping
of
off a bit from Viper.
feels like they're in a bit of a holding pattern just now, doesn't it?
Looking
Oh.
after the tyres, playing it safe. I mean, if you're in the top four, you're in a good position right now.
And that's the thing, at the end of the day, we're only 6 laps into this race.
Yep.
Feels like we've been going for 6 months already.
It does this.
I mean, certainly the guys who are already on penalties are going to be feeling like they've been going for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got Mantic, Boothie and Harry all on 3 seconds at the moment.
Thing is, it's only a short lap as well, Monaco, but it doesn't feel it because you're having to turn that much with the car.
Yeah, not to mention these conditions.
Yeah. Which are making it even slower, yeah. I'm sure 23.5.
23.5. Starting to see the game create that dry line now.
Dry
I
line,
think.
yeah.
There's definitely more grip on it than there is off. Jeff is close to within that second to Schumacher ahead. I don't know if Schumacher's just taking it a bit easy now. Viper's pulling a bit of a gap. He's pulling an extra half second on Schumacher.
Yeah, he just wants
But then
watch
seems to
people
lose
push
quite a
too
bit of
much.
time through the slow section. I don't know if he's just not quite got that bit of the track nailed. Oh, Jeff's struggling on traction a bit there.
Should imagine we start to get a drop in tyre grip now.
So Mike really in a race of his own here.
Yep.
His race isn't fucked, it's just lonely.
He'll be happy. You can't really moan about anyone pumping into him, you know.
So really the closest battle we have is you've got Jeff behind Schumacher up in second and third. Then you've got Danny who's still trying to find a way past Boothie. Oh, we've got a DNF,
flag.
Harry.
Harry's gone. Safety car. Safety car.
Yeah, it's at the swimming pool. It's
Box,
gone
box.
straight on.
There you go. Safety car at Monaco. Haven't
It
seen that
actually
for a while,
works,
have we?
everyone.
Oh, take it easy, Jeff. Jeff's just nearly lost it with the safety car. Yeah, you want a box of fresh tyres.
I
Well,
don't
do
know.
ya? Do you?
don't know.
This is it. It's track position's awfully important around here. So is somebody near the front gonna risk it? Are they gonna stay out? Are the guys at the back gonna go in?
But even if it was on a track that was less dependent on track position, we are only 8 laps in to a 39 lap race. I'm not sure you can take one set of inters to the end and be in a reasonable position in the last 5 to 10 laps.
Rem gets a 3-second time penalty under the safety car. I think is that while he boxed.
Yeah, it was. It was.
I think he crossed the line as a
Yeah.
Thought I did see that he was in the pit.
I mean, if you're lower down the grid like Rem and Viper are, then absolutely you should change. But if you're one of the leading sort of 4 or 5 cars, I wouldn't box, I have to say.
I think I'd be doing opposite with the guys in front there. You know, they all stay out.
Nah, see, the grid's too close because if, say, Viper box, that's a 20-second loss. That puts them like 9th.
No one
or
else
8th,
boxing.
rather.
Danny comes in. Shikari comes in.
See, Danny's got nothing to lose, really.
Yep. Barry's going to get overtaken by the safety car.
You got to think that Danny changing to fresh tyres would give him the best opportunity to get past Boothie. I mean, he's clearly the quicker driver. He's just stuck behind.
Yeah, fresher set of boots might just give him that edge that he needs to get through.
Danny, take your exit properly. Yeah, well done.
Liam, why have you got 5% battery? There's a safety car. Turn your battery off, Liam. Jesus.
That's funny.
And comes out the pit with 5% battery. It's been a safety car for 2 laps. What do you do?
Quali
I know
laps,
your
apparently.
battery's free, Liam, but Jesus Christ.
So let's see. Like I think the car to watch is going to be Danny. Fresh tyres.
Yeah, from Danny downwards, they've all boxed, haven't they? So,
yeah. So 7th
let's see if
place.
that counts.
Had been right up the diffuser of Boothie since the start of the race and unable to make the pass. But I reckon the fresh rubber will probably make it possible.
Definitely up an edge. We're 9 laps in now, you know.
I'm going to see at least the first phase of tyre wear on those tyres that started the race.
I mean, safety cars not coming into lap 16 with how far bad he is. Bless him. It's just that
yeah, it does. I can't remember. I don't think we've seen it run to its most extreme, but I think the most it stays out is 4 laps.
I
remember
haven't
rightly.
seen that yet, so I'm not sure.
At least that's how it used to be anyway.
So, I mean, we go for the 20-minute break and we'll see everyone back in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was just thinking of going off and, you know, I don't know, finding a cure for cancer and then coming back. There's enough time for it.
I mean...
The guys are all starting to form up now. I think we've got Rem just looking to join on the back of the pack. But yeah, you're right. Viper's quite a bit out of position here. They're pushing hard because half a second up on their best lap, and in fact 1.6 seconds up on their best lap. Keep pushing like that. By the time they hit the back of the pack, the tyres will be knackered.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rem's pushing quite hard to get back on the pack as well. I think when Rem's in there, it might do one more lap, and if Boothie's not, Viper's not caught up, then it'll probably just go. The dry line's quite evident now. Have you seen?
Yeah. Anyone thinking of going long on the first set of Inters, guys who haven't boxed, they're sitting pretty just now.
Oh, we've got more boxing going on. Shikari's back in. He's broken his front wing.
Oh, from the safety car. Oh,
I wonder if that was to do with the 10% battery.
Oh, he's got 8% again. Liam, turn your bloody battery off. It's a safety car, man. He's got 8%. What's he doing? No wonder he's losing the back end.
Has he got it set in like hot lap or something?
Yeah, someone tell Liam to turn his battery to 0, just none. Until he's racing, at least. Oh, bless. Barry's not catching the safety car.
I think it'll be in this lap.
Yeah, he's not getting it.
I don't think it'll even give Shikari enough. Shikari will probably catch up.
Bless him. I think he's gaining like 2 tenths a lap on the safety car. That's...
You could just do a Kimi Räikkönen and just go spend your time on the boat.
Yep. Legendary.
Legendary.
Oh, Barry's just clipped the wall. I think that might be in his front right end, but he gone missing. No, it's still intact, I think.
Yeah, I have found that the damage model's a little inconsistent with wing tap. Oh, yeah. Shikari, come on, man.
He's having a nightmare, is he?
Under safety car conditions, he's gone straight on out the chicane after the tunnel. 3 seconds. Liam, got one word for you.
He's got battery
practice. Practice.
Yeah, Liam, practice.
Practice. I'm really surprised to see... Oh, no, we've gone. He's still telling the safety car though, we've got the glitch.
Okay, so for anyone watching, you can see a safety car, we don't have a safety car.
We're not actually on the safety car. Yeah.
That's messing with my head. I can't look at that.
He was doing it there. He was doing it last week as well for the X1 coverage, I think. So I'm going to go on board with Danny because Danny's the one that's got the tyre advantage here. Although he's saying 3 laps old, those are 3 laps under the safety car, so they'll have pretty much no wear on them. They all must really be suffering with tyre temps right now. They will be stone cold.
Yeah, you better be cautious for a couple of laps after the restart so you get some temperature into them.
Everybody's sitting within about... Oh, Boothie! Oh, a big wiggle
He
and a
was
big
on the
hit
edge.
on the wall.
Oh, tell you what.
He's lucky he hit that. He hit these 2 left
The
tyres
side on.
face on to the wall.
Side on it. Otherwise, he'd have been out.
He would have been gone otherwise.
Yeah,
Oh, that
one
was...
of his wheels over.
There we go, Viper Shoe, fastest lap, 122.8. Saving my blushes on where the fastest lap might be.
Oh,
Boothie's gone deep again.
into turn 1. Danny's going to have a look here. He's got the
Boothie's
exit.
really struggling on those tyres now.
Yeah,
And he's gone deep now. He's gone deep. The opportunities there.
Oh, he's come back in.
Oh, that was a bit naughty.
Yeah.
All of the time you have to leave the space.
Poor Danny. I mean, you can see why Danny hesitated there. It was
That was quite a swing back onto the left side of the track there.
Yep.
I think that's straight out of the Max Verstappen book of defensive driving.
I mean, good on Danny. He stayed patient.
He did.
And then he just send it anyway. Yeah.
Oh, Boothie got up on the
Experience.
curb there. He's going deep again. Somehow he's still getting half decent traction out of the traction zones though. This is where he keeps losing it though. Oh.
Yeah, he's really struggling for rear end grip, isn't he? It's...
Boothie's now going so slow through that section. They've lost about a half second to the cars ahead through there. Honestly, if I had been in Boothie's position when he saw Danny had boxed, I probably would have as well. Given how much they're struggling with their rear tyres.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think it looks like it's going to be a matter of time before Boothie puts this in a wall. And
Every time.
Yeah, he's really struggling. And Danny's putting him under a bit of pressure as well, which probably isn't at all. You're right, Max. Chill out.
Honestly, this is a bit of it's a bit heart and mouth. This.
Yeah, I mean.
The problem for Danny will be if there is an incident ahead, then how quickly will the car ghost?
Yeah, he's an experienced driver, Dan, isn't he? So he's...
Oh, a wiggle there, going through the tunnel. What's going to happen here? They're going to make it. Oh,
tell you
he's
what,
only
it's
just
fascinating, this battle. Oh.
I have to say, this is I really have respect for the way that Danny's driving the car here. He's not being crazy and going for a nuts dive because
even though he knows he's a lot quicker.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of unpredictable movement going on ahead.
Oh,
he's hit the wall. There you go. He's ghosted. He might have him.
No, Danny kind of backed out when he's seeing the move.
Yeah, bit gutted there for him. Oh, Boothie's gone straight on.
There you go.
And there you go. It caught Danny.
Oh.
Oh.
Danny's front left end plate's gone. As I seen that coming, Boothie is stuck on the curb. Pause it, Boothie. He's going to get disqualified. He needs to get moving. He's just spinning his tyres. They're going to be blowing up. Pause the game.
Pause the game. Pause the game.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
You fool. Who doesn't pause the game when they're stuck on a curb? Jesus.
That's VSC. While I'm guessing while Boothie's car drives up and pulls off. That's a real shame for Danny there because he was doing everything right. And as I said just before, the risk of driving even remotely close to somebody who's struggling that badly as they clip the wall You're not sure when the ghosting's going to kick in, and it clipped Danny's left rear tyre and turned him into the wall.
Yeah, he's very unfortunate there now. Goofy's car is that going to come into the pits?
I know there's no prerequisite for it, and this is obviously just my opinion, but I have to say, if you're really, really struggling that bad, either box or take the pressure away and let the car pass. You're better finishing the race than chucking it in a wall.
I'll just move out the way. If someone's a lot faster than me and I'm struggling, I will just get out the way. Personally, that's what I mean, like you said, just take the pressure away.
Has it gone from a decent haul of points to no points? Like, actually 0.
So
VSC has ended. And the one good thing about the VSC is it's got rid of the safety car message.
Woo! Yay. Celebration.
So, to a degree, Viper is checking out at the front. That's a 3.1 second gap.
That front right end plate, the front left end plate missing for Danny will affect him. I know he's on the fresher tyres, but on a track that's so demanding, yeah.
Do you know what?
For Danny there.
Danny might be better boxing. And then just go, because the other cars ahead all still have to box anyway, and he might be able to make up that time.
Yeah, Mantic's got another 3-second time penalty. That's his second, is it?
That's at the chicane after the tunnel again. Oh, Mantic! Oh, really squirrely there through the swimming pool. I don't know if the two McLarens have gone for the same setup, but On Board with Mantic looks exactly the same as what we were seeing with Boothie.
The rear end's all over the show, isn't it?
I don't know if they're running like 40 maybe at the rear or something. It looks wild. We've got Rem on the back of Viper. Oh, Viper's hit the wall. And there's backed out, so Rem's
sensibly so, and then he does clip the wall.
I have to say, if you're not a terribly experienced league racer, and in these conditions, this is extremely difficult.
Yeah, it's not
so easy. Absolute kudos to Viper for continuing to go, because there will be points at the end of the race.
A lot of drivers would have just quit by now, but he's staying in it. He's good on him.
So current penalties then is we've got Mantic on 6 seconds and Shikari and Rem on 3 seconds. So the two Mercedes living up to their in real life counterparts and picking up the penalties. Better be checking those fuel levels and planks at the end of the race.
I think the guys who didn't box are starting to
feel it, aren't they?
Yeah.
Who's going to pull the trigger? Because
Danny's
see
pulled
whoever
in a second and a bit, and he's got wing damage. Don't forget, so he's
you got to be thinking, right? These guys that are second, third, and fourth, they probably want to be thinking about an undercut here. I certainly would be, because there's so little opportunity to overtake on the track. The one that's probably safe is probably Viper now, because look at that, he's got nearly a 5-second gap now.
He's absolutely flying.
But if you're the other guys, then you could easily be undercutting there. Because I reckon probably the tyre difference just now is at least 2 to 2.5 seconds a lap.
I'd say minimum. I'd say it could be more. If you're a quicker driver as well, you really push.
Yeah,
obviously without putting it into the wall, there's a lot of time to be gained.
I'm not sure when I can't remember when the strat said for the guys that started on it to box. I think it might have been just about halfway.
After Danny got into that incident with Boothie, he was a fair, and a lap ago he was 6.2 seconds down. Now he's 4.
He went up as high as 7 as well.
Yep. So he's really starting to eat into that gap. Oh, Meerkat gets past Zoe there. Oh, that's Mike boxing. Good man, Mike, thinking of the undercut.
Sorry guys, I've just seen the chats. Just want to say hi to Pat Peder, Ryan Hurricane, and Mr. Stingy.
Oh God, didn't even know they were in here. Go away.
I'm not sure why you would, Waldo, why you would want to get the same weather. I think that's a little bit masochistic, at least in my view.
That's Waldo. He's a strange guy.
So there you go. Mike has clearly been listening to the commentary stream and has decided to go for the undercut. It's just shy of half distance, which is where I think the game was telling the drivers to stop. So it'll be a great move from Mike if he can clear both Jeff and maybe even Schumacher, depending on how good this lap is. We'll have to watch the guys ahead and see if they're going to box.
Ryan, are you moaning about the stream being dark? You go and sort your own out first.
The stream is dark because I use HDR, so you're right. But yours is even worse, so you can just be quiet.
Ryan uses back alley HDR. That's Dark Knight stuff. Sunglasses on.
You got it from a pirate, it's HDR.
Oh God, you didn't just do that. That's a proper bad joke.
It was terrible, wasn't it? Oh, it's good. So let's see, where does Mike come out then? Come on, push it, push it, push it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. He's cleared his teammate. He's clearing man. Oh, he's overcooked 10-1.
What are these? Who are they? What happened there, Mike? Yeah, and he was just put himself under a bit of pressure there to get that done, and just went a little bit too late on the brakes.
So Mantic has maintained 4th place. Sola's moved into 5th, and Jeff was the loser in the pit stop phase, and he's down to 6th place. Schumacher maintained that lead ahead of those guys, and Danny, who's a bit out of sync with everybody else, boxed under the safety car, but does have wing damage. But in theory, he could take those tyres to the end, and because it is so difficult to overtake, he might actually be on to win this race.
Yeah, Waldo says Mantic free to bin it now. I mean, I'm gonna say, what's Pat going on about in the chat? I always I do insult you, Pat, because you're Polish.
So here we go, Danny's coming through the start-finish straight now, and he'll be taking the lead of the race from his teammate, Viper. Now we'll see, I have to say, like, Danny's in a championship battle here, so it depends. Viper might do him a favour here and not try and take the win from him, and might just sit behind.
Nah, he won't. Viper won't sit behind. Unless Danny told him to, if they end up in this position. But
well, they do know each other from previous leagues before, so I'd like to think that they might be on the same page with this.
I mean, I wouldn't do it for you. Oh, safety car, safety car.
Safety car, Rem's gone. And it's the swimming pool again.
Oh, Rem.
It's that left-hand wall. We saw Boofy strike that about 4 times before he actually DNF'd. He seemed to be understeering and going over the curb in the first section, and it's throwing them into that wall.
So, if you're Danny, pointless boxing, is it?
I would just stay out.
Stay out and see if you can go to the end.
I would just honestly, this is if anything, this is helping him, because this is a number of laps with without the tyre wear.
I mean, I know he's got that front end plate missing. You can still stay ahead. You just got to make your car as big as possible. Just defend without being silly. I mean, it's so difficult to overtake around here.
And as you said, I'd like to think that Viper might be playing the team game here and just.
Danny's gone in.
He has boxed. Oh, I'm really surprised at that.
Is he going to fix his wing?
Let's see if we go for the wing change. Yeah. Yes, they are.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. That was probably hitting him pace-wise. I mean, and as front tyres as well.
Yeah, I don't like. It's obviously more difficult when you're doing your league racing, because you don't have what an in real life driver would have, is loads of people advising you on what might happen, where you'll come out, etc., etc.
Am I still in the party here, Tom?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, we just had somebody come into the party, so I've just kicked them out.
Oh, was it?
I didn't put it on invite only. It was Smiley.
Oh. Sorry, Smiley.
Sorry, Smiley. I'll message you after. I've totally lost my train of thought now. Yeah, so these guys, sorry, they don't have people advising them, so I don't like to be too critical of decisions divers make, but if that'd been me, I would have stayed out, I think, at Danny's place, because it's so hard to overtake here.
Yeah, I mean, he's finds himself down in P5. I know he's got Mantic with all the penalties, and
It's kind of reset it, though, because everybody's on similar age of tyres. Yeah. Anyway. So that's Rem saying he overcorrected a snap through there and ended up in the wall. Could sense it was happening because it was a real struggle through there. Yeah, there's Rem, there's a lot of drivers struggling through that section. They're all catching that curb and then it's throwing them into the wall. It's like a pendulum effect on the rear of the car. Sorry, Jeff, I think I cursed you by saying you were my pick for the day. I can only say sorry. Commentators curse and all that.
I mean, regardless, you're always going to do someone dirty, aren't you?
So just the two drivers now left in the race who have penalties. So you've got Mantic on 6 seconds and Shikari on 3. So Zola's looking at a podium, net podium at the moment, along with Viper and Schumacher.
But he's still going, bless him. He's not giving up, is he? I love it.
Just thinking, this might actually be saving the rest of those who are still running from that situation that the drivers were beginning to reach on the first stint, where the tyres were just gone.
Well, this is where it probably might be more beneficial for Danny to just stay out. Obviously, I don't know how bad his swing damage was hitting him on. But all these extra laps, you get more out of the tyres.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right call. Just so little chance for overtaking, you're just guaranteeing you're going to be in the pack.
I mean, there's a pile up ahead of him and he just rolls right through.
Well, if he does, power to him, but the odds are against him. Just making his way around the lap. I think we'll probably get the safety car in this lap. Oh, struggling a bit through that section. See, with the slowdown of the cars and the fewer cars on the track, I think the racing line's actually getting a bit wetter again.
It looks a bit. It's not as prominent as it was before.
Yeah, it's not as dark as it was. It's quite a clever addition that I quite like to this year's game.
Oh yeah.
Kudos, Codemasters, you actually did some good programming. Still not sure I'd call you masters of code, but perhaps enthusiastic amateur of code. There we go, safety car in this lap, so hopefully our message will disappear this time. If you didn't get that notification last time.
I'm hoping so. It's really annoying.
Yeah, another wonderful bug. So, through the final section here, we'll watch from Schumacher as he tries to perhaps take down into turn 1. Viper's got a good exit. Mantic's quite
Back
close
racing.
behind.
And I still have the safety car
Oh,
message.
bit of a wiggle, Viper in turn 1, but he's kept out of the wall.
Yeah, temperatures aren't going to be too hot just now.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell the guys are struggling with their temperature just now. Look at them trying to put the power down.
Yeah.
Wow, they're all very close. Schumacher is right on Viper through that section. Don't know, it's the one bit of the track that, like, Viper seems to have struggled through. Not close enough.
No, Danny's got a run on Mike here.
Oh. Mike went a little deep there as well. Has he got a run? Nah, there's not enough room there to make that move happen. Oh, Mike's hit that curb. God, those tires look horrendous while they're cold, don't they?
Yep. Yeah. It's not
you can see the
like
front end of the cars are not gripping until they're at really low speed.
Like you said before, these conditions are really, really difficult on a track like this, especially with no testing. I guarantee you, most of the drivers have not even touched this track in the night yet. So, I mean, considering we've only had 3 casualties, we're doing quite well.
I think they lost something in terms of drivers being able to practice that quite easily when they took away time trial in wet conditions.
Yeah, definitely.
That was it's definitely a bit of an odd omission from the game this time. I'm not really sure why they haven't just left that in. Like, I don't tend to race any time trial, but it was certainly useful for getting at least a handful of laps to feel what the car might be like under these conditions.
Yep. Well, Danny and Mike both flipped their wall on exit there.
Yeah.
Coming into the tunnel. It's that stage of the race where you're literally just thinking about survival now. Get to the end.
Yeah, 13 laps to go. They're probably all burst already with the level of concentration you got to keep.
Yeah, Shapari, Jeff, Danny and Mike here all Viper shoot gets into the 121s.
21.3.
It's doing you dirty, you need to get into the 19s.
Oh, I know, I was just thinking that. I need a 19 there. So my prediction of a fastest lap in the high teens will come true. There might be somebody willing to go for a fastest lap at the end. It depends what gaps open up, I guess.
Danny's starting to pile the pressure on Mike.
He's really putting the pressure. Oh, he's got a run.
Yeah.
These guys are both pretty respectful drivers. Are they going to give each other space? They do.
He's got it done. That was a nice move. Got to be said.
Mike's
going to let Jeff pass.
Mike's left Jeff through, and stays ahead of Shikari doing that.
Mike being the teammate like he does. Well done, Mike.
Yeah, it's a good bit of team play going on there. So Jeff released. Oh, Jeff had a wiggle in the tunnel there. Do you know, it's funny, when the guys, obviously Mike was the one to go for the undercut at the stops. It should have really been Jeff that did that.
Yep.
Oh, even Danny's looking quite squirmy through the swimming pool section.
Yeah, the
conditions. I think they're all just really
struggling.
Struggling there. So the question is, can these guys chase down the pack ahead? And we've got Danny 3.8, well, just 3.9 seconds behind Mantic, and Mantic has 6 seconds at the moment. So this now puts Danny on the podium alongside Viper and Schumacher, should it stay the same. So we'll see if they actually close in now.
Yeah, it looks like they are now. 3.6 seconds already.
Like guys up ahead. Almost like they're in sort of station keeping mode.
Yep.
Yeah, Danny's definitely taken chunks out of the cars ahead. Wow. Insane throttle application there from Shikari. That looked like full throttle. Oh my god, struggling through the swimming pool. That's where he's losing the time to the cars ahead. Yeah, it did look like he was being a bit enthusiastic on the throttle input. Kind of more drifting the car around the track than driving it. Oh, Jeff's had a wiggle and hit the wall again.
Yep, seen that.
Now this more technical section of the lap seems to be where Danny takes the time out of the cars ahead.
Yep, looks to be doing it again.
Oh. Yep.
Yeah, that's 3.2, 3.1.
That must have done that weird thing where you run slightly offline and it thinks you've lost loads of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
he meanwhile, all over
should
the
be on the back of them.
This could see Mantic putting some pressure on Schumacher here. This could lead to something going on. I don't want to say it, but
I have to admit, like, again, this is just my opinion, of course, but these are the sort of things, the battles that frustrate me a little bit, because Mantic's not clearing Schumacher by 6 seconds.
No.
Always it seems to just increase the risk for both drivers by tailing somebody so closely.
Does Mantic think the 6 on Danny? I don't think so.
Well, no, because that's now been reducing for
Maybe
the last
Jeff,
2 or 3 laps.
Yeah, Jeff, it looks like he's Jeff. And Jeff looks to have dropped the boatload of the time. I don't know if he's made a mistake or not.
That is true, yeah. There is an element of he does need Schumacher to get down the road a bit if he's to lose as few positions as possible. So
yeah,
I do see that perspective.
Damage limitation maybe for him, but
But by pushing so hard, you can see it's like pretty heart in the mouth stuff once again.
Oh yeah.
And that's just led Danny to take nearly a second out of them.
Well, this is the thing, you see, Danny is in the championship fight with Schumacher and Jeff, essentially, so, I mean, if Danny gets up on the back, he's going to want to get past Mantic and hopefully Schumacher, but, I mean, it's probably not going to happen, but, I mean, if he starts putting pressure on the guys...
Oh, safety car? Does that just come up again?
No. I don't think so, no. It's, yeah, for everyone that's watching, we still don't have a safety car, it's just a glitch. Yellow flag, which was Barry in sector 2.
So when a yellow flag comes out now, it's telling us it's a safety car. That's excellent.
Yep.
Wow. So we can confirm that safety cars do work at Monaco. Probably a bit too well.
Yeah.
So it's telling
every
us
yellow flag's a safety car. Basically, why do you keep your car on track, man? We don't want any more safety cars.
I was going to say, well done, Codemasters. Like, you've literally taken something that was broken, fixed it, and made it broken.
Again.
Oh, Schumacher struggled to make the chicane there.
Danny's starting to not really make any ground on the guys in front. I don't know whether he's made a mistake. It seems to have leveled off.
Maybe just being a bit more conservative because the tyres are probably starting to feel that bit of wear now. He is on slightly newer tyres than the guys ahead, but yeah, he's struggling a little bit in comparison. This battle here between Mantic and Schumacher is really the closest one on the track just now.
Yeah, it's also close to what I'm watching.
In Dev yesterday, Schumacher got quite a bit of practice of having drivers driving behind him.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure he's really likely to make a mistake here. Frustrating moments for Danny. He's got them in sight, but he's just not gaining on them.
Oh,
Jeff.
It looks like Jeff's gone. Oh, virtual safety car.
Yeah, he's hit the wall on the left. He's taken his left front tyre.
Jeff. He'll be gutted with that, Jeff.
He will be gutted.
Jeff.
So easily done, honestly. All it takes is just a minor misjudgment. And even on this damage setting, you're pretty much guaranteed to lose your tyre.
Viper.
In fact, you can attest to that as well, can't you, Kev? Because you did it yesterday.
I don't know what you're on about, what does it mean?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So given that this tier tends to be the more conservative, I'm quite looking forward to watching the video on demand for X1 race later on. Because conservative driving seems to go out the window quite a lot there, so I think that should be quite an exciting race.
Yeah.
I'm not sensing a whole lot of enthusiasm from you there, Kev. What's wrong?
Yeah, is it out racing again? I don't know. There's a chance I probably won't make it, to be honest.
Yeah, you will. You'll be fine. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, Mansick makes contact with Schumacher. Oh, he's ghosted through. What? He's let him back through. That was a bit. Did you catch that?
I did, just the tail end of it. See, there is a thing with ghosting rules. Is some drivers do try to take advantage of the way that ghosting works.
Yeah, they just keep driving through.
They just drive through you. So I've actually seen it a couple of times where drivers deliberately make contact with the left or right rear of a car, push the car ahead into ghosting, and then just drive through them. It's like a whole technique of its own.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that's what Mantic was
off.
doing there, but I've seen it happen because he did back off here, and that's exactly what he should have done. So.
Yep.
Danny doesn't seem to be pushing as hard now. He's not really using his battery, so I suspect he's maybe just settling in for third place.
Yep.
Bringing the car home. It's not really much point in continuing to push it hard, is there?
No.
If you're just going to reach the back, and he's going to take this place from Mantic on penalties. So we've got Mantic and Shikari both on 6 seconds.
I think even Danny, I still want to be a roundabout just in case there's a mistake ahead. Oh, that's Viper by the feel it, and Viper shoot past. He will just ghost, I believe, when the other cars come round.
Yeah, I think the standing instruction in XRL is to still move off the racing line and let cars by, even though you do ghost.
Yeah.
It's quite a distraction if you're driving in amongst the cars. So Danny's close to within a second and a half now.
Yep, he started to turn it on.
Still not really burning ERS that much.
Nope.
Maybe just feeling at this point in the tyre life that's the best way to drive the car. Oh, Viper really has checked out here.
Yeah, see him in X1 next week.
Certainly at this track, they're just, I don't think there's anybody here that can really live with the pace.
No. Oh, he's way ahead. There's no question.
Danny's struggling a little bit through the chicane after the tunnel. He's losing a bit of time there most laps. So it looks like that might be Viper. That second and third are coming up to yet. Moved off the racing line. Shikari's picked up another 3 seconds. That's them up to 9. I have to say, after 16 laps and as high as Zola on 17 lap old tyres, they're going to start feeling pretty second hand now. This is the sort of window where the drivers are really starting to struggle, particularly through that swimming pool section.
Yeah, I mean, big well done to the drivers that are still going and have got this far, because it's not easy. See where they had 4 casualties, and it's as easy as just making a slight error or misjudgment and you're out.
See what the onboards look like through here. Oh yeah, there's definitely some significant lifts going on here now.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell the tyres are there.
Yeah, the rear of the cars look real loose. Going on board with Viper for a wee bit, just to watch a little bit of their driving, seeing as we're not seeing a great deal of them. Viper now lapping considerably quicker than everybody else. That was 2 seconds.
Oh, Schumacher and Mantic getting really close.
So yeah, that close racing from Schumacher and Mantic has let Danny right onto the back of this. I actually find this this kind of scenario a little bit uncomfortable as the car at the rear of a line like this of cars, because obviously it's a bit better with ghosting being on, but you really have no idea what's going to happen ahead.
Yeah.
It's already caught Danny out once this race. Oh, big slide.
Yeah.
Well caught. I think Schumacher tapped the wall there. I think if that had started at the start of the tunnel rather than halfway through, might have given Mantic a wee look. So Viper Shoe with 18 lap old Inters has just set the fastest lap of the race with a 121.1.
You're still doing your dirty. You need to be in the 19s. It's not good enough.
But now lapping 2.5 seconds quicker than anybody else on the track.
Yeah, he's really started to stretch his legs, hasn't he? No one's even being close.
No, not even remotely. Still remains the closest battle on the track, this between Schumacher, Mantic and Danny, but it being Monaco, they're pretty much just following each other round. Caution sector 1. Oh, it's okay, it's just Viper.
And Mike, yeah.
Oh, Schumacher's had a wiggle. Mantic go for the inside. Oh,
Oh,
Schumacher, I
oh.
wouldn't fight it too much. It doesn't matter. So Viper's about to cross the line.
I think Danny's eyes lit up there.
And that's the win for Viper. And we've got
Mantic really wants
Mantic
this
just on the
position.
back. Really not sure why you would battle so crazily given you've got 6 seconds, but hey ho. So across the line we'll pass Schumacher for P2. Mantic will be third on the track, but we'll lose the position to Danny, who finishes up the podium on third place.
Liam gets another time penalty.
Shikari up to 12
seconds
seconds. 24. That's a bit mean. So next across the line is Mike, who comes home in 5th place.
And you know what? It looks like Barry is actually going to finish. Well done, Barry.
And Shikari, having accumulated more penalties than Fergie did in Fergie time, comes across the line in 6th place.
There you go. 7 drivers finished.
Wow, that was eventful.
Yeah, it's the day.
Daddy picks up driver of the day.
I mean, the most exciting bit was qualifying. That was the best. So,
Yeah, it was really close at quali. To be fair, there was a couple of battles there out on the track, but yeah, other than
quali gave us false hope, didn't it? And then it
kinda
turned
did,
into
yeah.
Monaco.
It's like we forgot we were commentating on Monaco, wasn't it? It's like,
No,
yeah, what a race this is going to be. Oh.
All in all, it was a pretty good race, eh? Wasn't bad.
So our podium is Viper Shoe with the win. Also fastest laps are taking the maximum 26 points.
Well done.
The fastest lap being a 1:21.193, which is what, 7/10 quicker than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're on second place. We've got Schumacher, and rounding up the podium, you've got Danny in third. Following that, we've got Mantic in fourth, Zola in fifth, Shikari in sixth, Viper in 7th. Well done, great points, kept going till the end. And then we have DNFs for Jeff, Rem, Harry and Boothie. So thanks very much for watching. X1 will be racing later on in XRL at 8 o'clock. If you wish to tune in, I'm sure it'll be just as eventful if you do. So it's, thanks from me, Stone Shuffle, and thanks from Asthma Frog.
Yep. Pleasure as always.
We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.